Hi, welcome back. It's Randy. I hope you're doing well. Behind me here I have the parts of speech, but you won't be able to see what's up there. So I'm going to bring it onto the whiteboard and we're going to talk about it, and I want you to think about what you know and if you can identify them and if you can come up with examples of what the parts of speech are. All right. In English, these are the parts of speech. We have a conjunction. These can be considered the same thing, an interjection or an exclamation, an article, an adjective, a preposition, verb, adverb, noun, and pronoun. Sentences have these. They don't always have all of them because you can just say to somebody, drink. Eat. That's a verb. That's still a sentence. Usually a sentence has to have a subject and a verb. I slept. And then we add things to it. I slept very well last night. So we're going to talk about how we build sentences and how we add to our sentences with different parts of speech. So think about these for a minute. See if you know what these are, and I'm going to write the answers over here. Okay. Conjunction. Conjunction. A conjunction puts something together. So for example, I like cookies and cake. That's a conjunction. Or, and but. Those are three conjunctions that are used all of the time. So that's enough for now. So a conjunction puts something together. Do you want vanilla or chocolate? That's a conjunction. I like chocolate, but I don't like strawberry. That's a conjunction. Interjection or exclamation. That's when you put something into a sentence like, oh, or wow, or So a lot of times also we get an exclamation point. Oh, wow. Article. An article goes before a noun. It can go before a pronoun also. An article is a, an, or the. That's an article. Remember, this one goes before a vowel sound. Not all the vowels, but almost all vowel sounds. We'll talk about that later. An adjective. An adjective gives you information about a noun. For example, a sleepy cat. Not a sleeping cat, but a sleepy cat. So an adjective gives information about a noun or pronoun. Okay, that's an adjective. Preposition. These can be very tricky in English. In, at, on are the most common ones, but you also can have next to, in front of. So prepositions are usually for time and place. So think of time and place. A verb. We talk about verbs a lot in my class. A verb is an action or a state of being, but there aren't as many state of beings as actions. So an action or state of being. What does that mean? It means I am a teacher. Am. And the to be verb, which is that, is very irregular. I am a teacher. He is a teacher. They are teachers. Okay. An adverb. We have a verb and an adverb. So this is connected, yes? An adverb gives information about the verb. Give, just like the adjective gives information about a noun, an adverb gives information, or the other word is modifies, but gives information about a verb. So, for example, the boy ran quickly. Ran is the verb. It's in the past tense. Quickly is the adverb. Noun. It's a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. Person, place, thing, or idea. Now, a pronoun can be used in place of a noun. For example, if I say my husband, I can say my husband Glenn, that's his name, is a nice man. But I can say he is a nice man. So I've taken the pronoun he and used it in place of Glenn. My husband is something a little bit different. That's a possessive adjective. We'll talk about that later. That would go here because it's giving information about a noun, but we'll talk about that later. So a pronoun takes the place of using the noun. For example, New York, we would say it. My cat, who's a female, she. So a pronoun takes the place of a noun. Takes the place of a noun. Sorry that it's so hard to read here. Okay, now, those are the parts of speech. You don't have to memorize them, but it's very helpful when you're writing a sentence. When you write a sentence, you'll learn to write a paragraph. When you write a paragraph, you'll learn to write a paper. When you write a paper, you'll be able to take tests and achieve your goals. For example, going to school, getting the license as a nurse in this country because you were a nurse in your country. It's very important. And we're going to talk about this because we're going to do dictation next. And we're going to do some sentence writing. And I want you to feel confident because you know that the parts of speech are used. So we have conjunction, which connects two things together. The most we use and, or, and but. An interjection or an exclamation is when you interject something into a sentence. Wow, oh, An article is a, an, or the. You could say a or a, and the or the. People have different pronunciations. An adjective gives information about a noun. A preposition, in, at, and on are the most common, but there are others, but it also explains time and place. The board is on the counter. I am in the kitchen. This is my kitchen. A verb is an action or a state of being. We talk about verbs a lot. There are two types, regular and irregular. An adverb gives information about a verb. Usually an adverb ends in ly, but not always. Quickly, rapidly, hurriedly. Can't think of any right now, but it's not a 100% rule. Okay? Noun is a person, place, thing, or idea, and a pronoun takes the place of a noun. Those are the parts of speech. Okay? Great.